wasiongee tu hivi. They must have a plan, and that plan must be better than mine. Lakini kama ni kuongea tu hii kelele, watazama asubuhi na mapema. So sikuwa na wasiwasi.
If you can hear correctly, William Ruto has a plan to deal with Mt.Kenya. Why am I specific on Mt.Kenya? He has shown his plan of Western Region, having Oparanya, having Raila, Francis Atwoli, Wetangula, Mudavadi, and now they are all going for George Natembeya. They have talked of impeaching George Natembeya, and they have talked of even arresting him, some of them calling him tribalist, and that's calling him corrupt, and many other things. So the plan for Western Region is clear, that they have taken all the big leaders, the top leaders of that region, and they want to ensure that they get those votes. Raila Amolo Odinga topped there, so having Oparanya inside, having Wetangula, Mudavadi, and Atwoli, it will eventually have they assume it will take the entire Western Region to William Ruto's side. So the plan is very clear there. Finish Natembeya and be able to go with for the people of Western Region. That's the plan. Now, the plan of Northeastern is very clear. Remove the vetting and encourage people to vote. Let them take you as a messiah in the name of allowing them to get IDs easily, so they'll vote and register the large numbers and create a Mt.Kenya where? In Northeastern region. So simply William Ruto wants to get more votes again from the Northeastern region, from Aden Duale's side. So registration as we speak today is going on, people getting IDs, others are going to register as voters simply because they want to dictate what happens in this country as far as the politics are concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, apart from that, we can see what is happening in the coastal region, having the none other than Amason Kingi from Kilifi, having Gideon Mungaro, Ali Hassan Joho. They eventually want to have the entire coast region through Ali Hassan Joho and take it to President William Ruto. They are saying, Port, we've been given a ministerial seat. Yeah, but there's no good project that has gone there. So it's time for the people of the coast to sit back and make proper judgment when it comes to 2027. We've seen what's happened in the Maasai region. We saw Patrick Ole Ntutu speak. Despite being a good governor, he's also geared towards ensuring the Maasai people support William Ruto immensely. And of course, when I look at the statistics of the Maasai region, they are likely to vote for President William Ruto in 2027 than any other leader, even if they are not campaigned. There are no campaigns there. I'll do an analysis on that. We've seen many other parts, the plans that William Ruto is having. In Rift Valley, it's already taken care of, because we can see now the Kalenjin side, no noise. Everyone behind President William Ruto gearing towards 2027. But now the question arises, what is the plan does President William Ruto have on what is happening in Mt.Kenya? That is going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I take you through, please, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, kindly make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Please, guys, thank you so much for those who take time to comment. Thank you for those who support me through my number. Please, thank you so much, and keep following. The number is also on the screen here. You can also check through it and reach me out in terms of sharing with me so that I can be able to learn more. Ladies and gentlemen, let me dive into the topic today. Now, as we speak now, William Ruto, without doubt, is having a plan to finish Mt.Kenya region.
Mimi nauliza nyinyi, kama mko na shida na Wakikuyu, hamuko na shida na Wakikuyu kuliko sisi wa Kalenjin. Tuko na shida kubwa zaidi. Sawa sawa? Lakini ikifika mahali unatofautisha maneno, unaweka maneno ya tofauti za kijamii kando, unatafuta serikali kwanza, kwa sababu ile serikali itakusaidia kutatua matatizo ulio nayo.
And when I check around, so many methods that he has employed on Mt.Kenya have failed. Number one, after impeaching Rigathi Gachagua, he brought Kithure Kindiki, and I thought there could be celebrations there. Nothing to be seen. Now, after some time, he realized that Rigathi Gachagua was destroying the ground. Maina Njenga was brought in with his youths to create fear and intimidate the locals, and even Gachagua and his team. It took 2 meetings, and Rigathi Gachagua destroyed that entire group. And that's how Maina Njenga went and disappeared completely. And actually did videos here and told Maina Njenga is putting himself in danger. So that one went down. Cabinet secretaries were deployed there, were actually appointed from that region in addition to the ones that were there. Ruto identified top bigwigs like none other than Kabogo. We have someone like Mt.Kenya, Lee Kinyanjui, to simply encourage the locals to support President William Ruto because he has brought influential and, let's say, performers. But still, it's never worked. President William Ruto is still at the same place. Apart from that, William Ruto went ahead to use his what? MPs, dispatching them to various places. And as soon as they go there, they get chased away, heckled, stopped from attending meetings, Rambirambi refused, and that also failed. President William Ruto now decided it is to go by himself. Through media, he tried so many things, but that one as well, after even the visit, it has done what? It has failed the people of Mt.Kenya not blinking. Ladies and gentlemen, after all these things have failed, it was time for William Ruto to sit down and look at what next. And according to me, the next thing is to divide and rule. Listen to this.
When multipartyism was introduced and Kibaki formed the Democratic Party, all the Kikuyus and people from Embu, they all galvanized, they came together. And then Moi knew his days in State House were numbered. And then he called me, told me, things are bad, all the Kikuyus are now against me.
That is Moi's personal assistant, who was basically telling the story on how President Moi divided the mountain region. He identified, and actually Moi himself saw that the Kikuyus were against him, because if Kikuyus decide you are going home, then you are going home. Moi knew it. Mwalimu wa siasa knew it. So therefore nobody can tell me today that Kikuyus are not the deciders. They are the determiners. You cannot tell me that they are not the determiners, not the deciders, but determiners. They are the determiners. So Moi realized that the Kikuyus have refused, they want him to go home. And if they produce a presidential candidate, that is Kibaki, eventually is going to be taken home. Then what next? Lee Njiru had to sit down and others to ensure that they divide Mount Kenya and rule. They identified Matiba, gave him a party, funded him very well, he did his campaigns, and eventually divided the Mount Kenya votes. They also identified another potential region, that is Western region. They got a presidential candidate from there, brought this presidential candidate to the side of Matiba. They also funded him. They organized campaigns. They did propaganda. They bought newspapers. They bought media houses. They bought vehicles. They bought radio stations. And as a result, propaganda was spread around. And that is how Mount Kenya votes were divided. And eventually, Moi became the president of the Republic of Kenya. Despite then, there was an older constitution. Right now, if that happens, there's a likelihood that there will not be 50% plus. But the fact is, William Ruto have divided the mountain region. So this time around, I'm having a strong conviction that President William Ruto is going to use the same divide and rule to finish Mount Kenya. There are rumors going around that President William Ruto has already identified potential presidential candidates from the mountain region. Get this presidential candidate, get funded properly, get money on his side, and do proper campaigns. This person will be able to basket the votes of Mount Kenya, and eventually the votes that are going to go to the opposition side will reduce, because we know if Mount Kenya votes entirely, the 6+ million votes go to one place, William Ruto is going on very early in the morning. So if it is divided, and then this person again pulls attention across the country, eventually we are going to have divide and rule working for this country. Again, William Ruto will find himself to be the president of this republic again. Another 5 years for Kenyans to serve. So that is the plan. But on this video here today, I want you guys, the people of Mount Kenya, to simply tell me, who do you think President William Ruto can use to divide the Mount Kenya region? I am not so sure, but I think there's somebody who probably is being prepared for that. Let me see in the comment section, you guys, what you think. And thank you so much for the comment. And for those who support this channel in all ways, some of you actually hit up on my number, support me, and I want to thank you so much. Please let me see you in the comment section who you think is going to be used to divide and rule the mountain region. My name is Abdul Mukwa. See you next time.